And with that we are bound. I shall defend you, my master, from the encroachment of the desert, the searing winds, pestilence and schemes, and you shall rest safe in the shadow of my wings. So, is this bottle gonna start floating around you too? Unfortunately, yes. Hey, you guys, aren't you Jeht's buddies? Hey, come on, don't scare Paimon here. Why aren't they replying? Well, if this is what it's come to, do not forget to leave one alive, master. We may follow that one's flight to find his allies and servants, and thus destroy their nest in one fell swoop. A Durfee. This is indeed his handwriting, and it is even signed in his hand. That is how a traitor is that he is a traitor is beyond doubt. But what if he's been set up? Then he has still stained our honor with his name, and will accept his punishment. However, he left the camp some time ago, saying that last one I'm doing for the day, and hopefully the event that I'm recorded these 4 videos for won't be 2 episodes long and will fit in one. Anyway, so you have forged a contract with her then? I did it to open the way. Yes, I understand. You have done well. Jinn are arrogant, unfettered creatures, and yet you have managed to bind her. You have surpassed my expectations indeed. But that is well. Our path to the Eternal Waste has been made smoother. So please, Wilmine, if I may ask something of you, keep Ladupar loyal at all costs. I will. You have my thanks. Jeht and Nazarek have returned. You youngsters catch up for now. I'll have to ask for your pardon. I need some time to organize the information you've gathered. Miss Bobble sure is busy, huh? You know she's not happy with any of that. But I, for one, do not care. I thought I wasn't gonna have to talk for this guy again. My throat. Is the conversation with Matriarch Babel over? In that case, let's take a short break. We're here. Come on, let's find a place to sit and grab a bite, Wilmine. Hey there, Azarag, Jeht. It's been a while.
Hardly that long. Good to see that you're all well. Jeht's very fond of you. We were just talking about you, in fact.
What did you talk about? Is Jeht still angry?
Huh? Angry? Oh, she did mention a little disagreement you had, yeah. But you know, she talks quite carelessly, but isn't actually good at expressing her feelings. Still, you should reflect as well. Just very concerned about your safety, so you should pay a bit more attention to her suggestions.
Sorry, it was our mistake for leaving her out. Sorry, it was my fault, really. I was pretty childish. I knew how important Willowpar was to our mission, but I threw a tantrum anyway. Willowpar says stuff weirdly, and she does some pretty creepy analogies. But she still looked out for us the whole way, so she's different from the people we've met so far, for sure. But she doesn't seem like a bad person. Whatever the case, it'll be fine. Wilmine's important to you, isn't she, Jeht? Yeah, I mean, I've always seen you as my best friend, but I'm worried that... Never mind.
This doesn't work.
Yeesh, you're all so serious all of a sudden. Paimon doesn't know what to say. There's no need to be so awkward. I won't get mad anyhow from now on, and you can count on that.
That's right, that's the spirit. Oh, right, about the mother of the Jinn. Is it with you?
Yes. Azareg, didn't Matriarch Babel tell you not to ask that willy-nilly?
That's fine, Jeht. I guided you half the way, so I count as a companion, don't I?
A companion, you say? Perhaps you speak too hastily.
Eh? The bottle's talking.
Such insolence. If you recognize me not, then your silence shall serve better.
Whoa, this is a pretty fierce one for sure. Is that the mother of the Jinn, then?
I'd watch my tongue if I were you, desert spawn. This is Azareg, one of my brothers here in the tribe. Well, we could have chosen worse. This one is sturdy enough. A shame he has too big a mouth and too small a brain. How is talking with her supposed to not end in exercise and frustration? I feel for you. You know, Jeht, you did find Ben pretty cute, didn't you? How about you just treat her like a Ben that talks? They both fly, don't they? Paimon, you are so fucking stupid.
Oh, it's fine. Sharp tongues are to be expected in the legendary Ginny. Somewhat, I mean. Whatever the case, she's on our side, isn't she? We'll be fine.
On your side? Did I mishear you? Apologies, but you shall not find me on the side of those who entreat my master while wearing two faces. My master trusts you, and I trust her reasoning for that. But I will be watching you, Azareg. Well, I guess that's just what a Ginny's like.
It's fine. Alright, did anything happen while we were separated? Just curious, I mean.
Same here. Did I miss anything? Well, about that. Better time, better drink. It only helps a little. So a traitor, along with accomplices from other tribes. They might be the same bunch I was tracking down previously. It's even possible that they're collaborating with dangerous outsiders like the Fatui. Yeah, I kinda gathered that. Huh?
Pretty good, Jeht. Made the best of some rather limited information on our foes there.
That's not too hard. I've been helping the matriarch to track and eliminate traitors, so their movements and patterns aren't that alien to me. My dad and I have also encountered those people who call themselves Fatui in the past, so they're no strangers to me either. Still, I ran off in a huff without giving any thought to whether they would act. I'm sorry. That was my mistake. Oh, let's leave that aside for now. It wasn't even your fault.
I'm with Paimon. Don't beat yourself up about this much, Jeht. They seem to have been ordered specifically not to attack you. Can't blame you for having lowered your guard there.
But as for Adurfi, since he's fled in secret, it's beyond doubt that he's betrayed us. Those who violate the laws of hospitality and wield their blades against guests are unworthy of the Tan's mercy. I'll capture him, Lumine. This I promise. He will not escape the matriarch's judgment. Oh, Jet's getting serious. What? You make it sound like I've never been serious.
Becoming ever more the model of a tribeswoman, eh, Jeht?
What are you talking about? Aren't I one?
That's not what I mean. I'm just glad to see you're so concerned about your friends.
This is also a tribal matter, you know.
True. Outsiders are becoming increasingly active in the desert, and as their interference increases, so too do changes of heart and thought. As the matriarch babbles right and left hands, we should indeed be concerned about such things.
Exactly.
Right, there's one more thing. It's weenut season at the moment, so the tunnels they dig are starting to show up all around the desert. Such areas are very dangerous, so we'll have to approach our adventure with more care and avoid them at all costs.
Wait, just weenut? Don't we always hunt them? They're no threat.
That's still no reason to drop your guard.
Sure, I get it. What's a weenut? Oh, them? We hunt them every year, and then we collect their body fat and use that to make spices. We don't produce much, but it can be sold at a pretty price.
So we don't really lack anything. We just need to control the Weena hunting grounds, and our long-term prospects will stay good.
City folk love these thick and pungent spices, but ask them about us desert folk and they'll tell you a different story. We also tend to hunt other animals, but the small Weena give off is too strong, and we'll chase him down.
As such, our spice workers can't take part in hunts, nor can they serve as assassins.
As opposed to the scent of mature weenut, their larvae give off a much gentler scent, which we often use for scent markers to prevent getting lost in caves or ruins.
You used that in Gurabad ruins back then.
But are they really that dangerous? Not really.
For you outsiders, perhaps.
But you needn't worry about that. We'll protect you. Poof. What's so funny? It's nothing. The children of Apep reduced to this. Now that you mention it, you haven't said anything in quite a while, Lulapar. And I, for my part, was about to ask if you've forgotten someone. Well then, would you like to hear a story? Sure, as long as you have one to tell. 'Tis a shame how long I've slumbered. I fear I am not current with the hot topics of the day, and am armed only with ancient yawns. Will you mind, O mastermind? Don't worry, I'm all ears. Don't worry, I've covered my ears. And Paimon's covered... Wait a minute! What are you covering your ears for? The books say that words of the Jinn have magic in them, and that the stories have power to lay curses. And they say also that behavior such as yours is impolite in the extreme. Do not interrupt me, little lady. Now, where should I begin? As the moonlight paints the... I guess I don't get to read. Well, that's some bull. Thousands of years have passed since the events told in this tale. The desert had yet to become so desolate, and the oasis spread across the land like glittering jewels. In those days the Jinn walked the earth in great numbers, and they lived within the silver night wind and flowing sands, in the ripples of the unknowable ocean, and in the pattering of the rainforest springs. We Jinn were not ordinary creatures, but we were the servants of the mistress of flowers. We were untroubled by basic want, nor we were shackled by material thirst. It was life itself that greatly fascinated us, the blooming and wilting of flowers, the gathering and scattering of birds. These were the things that held us in thrall. Apart from that, only our true names could bind us. We were carefree so long as our mistress walked the earth, and we enjoyed her eternal paradise, her love and her comfort. But tragedy would come, and our paradise crumbled as the mistress departed. Our reveille turned to mourning, and all that was good and lovely was violently perverted in that anguish. And so we gave Altamont our true names and became his servants, for he promised to find us, our eternal companion, our true master. Deluded hope and trust did we harbor in our hearts, and so forsook our freedom, accepting imprisonment within silver bottles and servitude to this realm. But what was forever lost, never again to return. But do not think that the Jinn were wanton servants. Only a love bordering upon madness could make the Jinn give their true names willingly. For it was their deep love for the mistress of flowers that drove them to embrace the desert from the first. Yet waking to face the tomfoolery of this barren world caused a surely Jinny to fall incurably in love with the shepherd. Ah, you're awake. A shepherd? Not you, no. But much like you, my master, you were. Much like him as he was once. Well now, girl, does that make you jealous? I knew I was gonna drop it. Definitely not. She is quite transparent, my master. I once did have a daughter. My eyes are not deceived. Say what you will. To the Jinn, love was a terrible chain, driving those who fell into its pit to make sacrifices like the hyphae of a parasitic insect. Oh boy, Lupar's at it again with the scary analogies. We Jinn do not have this tedious thing you humans call shame, so we do not shy away from discussing love or revealing one's all to a lover. I'm suddenly glad you're just a bottle now. But to the Jinn, this mad love cannot be reconciled to betrayal, or else hatred and vengeance 3 times greater would be sure to follow. That was the root of the farce that ended Goodabad, though that is a different tale. Actually, now that you mention it, I'd like to ask a question. Did you really have no other goal in presenting your true name? Well, I suppose vigilance is wisdom. Well, I do have something I seek. I wish to go to the internal oasis just as you do. There are things that have been left unfinished. And what would those be? Forgive me, dear master, if I can only slowly tell you this tale as our journey proceeds, but the time for that has yet to come. But know this, it is good fortune that I have met you. Well, since we've got the same goal, let's get along. How about a toast? And what shall you make this toast with? Me?
Alright, weird story time's over. Let's talk about something more relaxing. By the way, Wilmine, do you play cards?
She does. Sorry, I'm not in the mood to play cards.
Not liking camping out here in the desert, I take it. Oh well, why don't we tell some stories instead?
You... Mm-hmm. You all speak about the interesting things you've heard about, as well as the hair-raising adventures you've been through. Some absolutely ridiculously hearsay is even mixed in. The three of you raise toasts to old triumphs, laugh at ridiculous tales, and shed tears and lament about sad stories. At the end, Azrai closes the proceedings with a joke, and he absolutely kills it. When the moon hangs highest, Azrai tells a rather coarse joke about a crocodile and a sumptar beast, which loses him in his blanket-sharing privileges. Jeht tells you about his many trivial but funny things. A light scent of spices wafts from her, and it seems to you all the stories she has to tell since your last parting seem tinged with sadness. The night flies by as you chat. The next morning you are buried in each other's pillows, asleep by the exhausted flame. Ugh. Part 1. Ah, shit. Of course, part 1. Mumine, Paimon, how'd you sleep? Not bad. Thanks for asking. Oh, why did Wilbur have to use all those strange metaphors about bugs and scorpions? Took Paimon half a night to get them out of her head.
Glad you guys got some rest. I sure didn't. I need to drink more.
Huh? And who asked you to get up in the middle of the night to go find Matriarch Babel?
Long way around. She came to find me.
What did Matriarch Babel want from you? It was an urgent thing.
Some matters concerning the elders of the tribe, you know.
Oh, I see. We have happened upon an open secret.
Matriarch Babel spoke briefly with me last night. What we must do next is use the tunnels in the dunes to enter the underground portions of the Eternal Oasis.
Indeed, my master, Al-Amar, once created a most intricate system of canals, shaped to provide ingration for the soil of the mortal kingdoms. Before the dune was encased in sandstorms, before Al-Hamar was naught but dust, this place rolled with hills most fecund and verdant.
But those canals have been long dry. Fortunately, that lends them to our purpose quite well, allowing entry to the foundations of the oasis within the dunes.
So Matriarch Babel has finally made her decision.
It's because O'Mean reclaimed that Jenny. She can serve as our guide. Moreover, my tongue's as clever as that of a mockingbird's. But you should know that by now.
I indeed witnessed this occurrence, my master, but I thought there was a little need to go into detail about it with you. Alright, let's go and discuss the rest of the details of Matriarch Babel then. How many people are simping for her, I wonder? How many people would die to her blade because they simped? So, how's that betrayal coming along? I hear it coming. If it doesn't come, I'll be surprised. You've arrived, Wamine. I hope that our hospitality hasn't disappointed you. Jeht, while you're here, I shall entrust the great task of apprehending the traitor, Adurfi, to you. I suspect that the recent spike in traitors within the tribe has something to do with the interference of those who hail from the Shadow Snowlands. You mean the Fatui? The Fatui. Their influence spreads even here. They're just like those toads or centipedes Vulapar keeps talking about. We keep running into them everywhere we go. Initially, they approached our merchants under the banner of trade. Then, before long, they started meddling in our affairs. Annoying as it is, the forces behind them are indeed powerful. Prior to the present, we had already pushed the northerners out of our territory, forbidding them from appearing on our hunting grounds to prevent them from further harming our people. Yet they continue to circle us in the desert like hyenas. I don't know if they seek treasure or an alliance from us. Regardless, they are dangerous. Additional information or a newly claimed wife. And information and a newly claimed wife. I understand. However, the Fatui are not the most important segment of today's conversation. Wilmine, the task I bade of you today. I believe that Azarek has already gone over the broad strokes with you.
Indeed, Matriarch Babel.
Good, but I must warn you still that the path ahead is fraught with dangers. Our scouts have discovered signs that many Weenet may be active in the area.
Be at ease, I will guide them down a safe path.
About Azareg.
I'll be your guide and help expel the Weenet, but I won't be heading into the Forbidden Zone. Sorry.
I respect Azareg's considerations. The remains left by a god long past. That is something not lightly disturbed by the likes of us, who yearn only to stand vigil over this tomb. This most unpalatable task must fall to you. Thanks for this opportunity, Matriarch Babel. Yes, I hope for your safe return. Esteemed Luapar, after entering the foundations of Eternal Oasis, we must rely on your power to guide the group. The ruins of the canals may yet hide your fragments. Indeed, I am aware of this, but I am curious as to how this knowledge came unto you. You learned this from outsiders, did you not? Worry not. Robbing a few bookish researchers, parting a merchant camp with the maps they have brought with them. These are tricks of an old trade for the desert dweller, I understand. Thank you for granting me this boon of knowledge. It shall yet lend me to old memories and power both. But I'll be watching over you and that lad of yours. Luapar, what's wrong with you? Matriarch Babel only organized this expedition to ensure that I can lay my parents to rest. How can you just slander her like this? Jeht. My apologies, esteemed Luapar. I understand your misgivings and will endeavor you to win your trust. Do as you will. I seek respite. Very well. Do not let me forestall your departure. Leave as soon as you are able. Apologies, our business has me distracted. Was there something you needed? About the traders. We have let an outsider see the troubles our traders have caused us. How shameful. But worry not. With Jeht's aid, a Durfee will soon be delivered unto right justice. Is a Durfee truly a traitor? I'm just concerned that there isn't enough evidence. He has already stained the tenant name. This means that he has cast aside the name of his mother and must be punished. As with nations and cities, tribes too must enforce their laws. I think you understand this. About Azrig. He is my son, though not born of my flesh. I trust him very much. Clever, loyal, strong, aesthetically unbinding, and skilled in gaining favor from others. Like a loyal wolf to the pack, he has never failed me. It is a shame that he is male. Huh? If he was a woman, he could take my place. That way I could finally retire and lead the children in managing our Sumtar Beast cabins. But at least I still have Jeht. About Jeht. Jeht. She is a good child. She learns our ways very quickly and greets trouble with neither grimace nor complaints. Speaking of her, it's a shame that there was incident between us and her father in years prior. But I'm just glad that Jeht has returned to us, though her father... I suppose we can consider this a delayed resolution. She likes you, you know. I can tell. So please, don't disappoint her and ruin the friendship you have. I mean, her mother's dead unless her mother was all Y and you're the real mother. Or you wish to become her mother is all. Are they gonna make me fight the boss? I can see this quest making me fight the boss too. You know, the world boss to get going. Ultimo depths. The depths, huh? Well, you mean no? I think I am gonna have to probably fight the boss. That's gotta be the boss. You're out of your arena.
By royal decree.
No talking during combat? Alright, so, you know, the weather today is pretty nice. I mean, I went out and, you know, I went and threw some trash out and, you know, I'm thinking about, you know, getting some dinner at some point. You know, after this is done, I'll go get myself some food and stuff, and cars, and, you know, Mafia 1. Probably do that before going to get dinner. I also gotta upload the videos today. You know, upload the, am I supposed to start uploading River City Girls or something? Like River City Girls 2? Because me and Zach are getting pretty close to finishing the game off. You know, stuff goes on and on and on. We're really enjoying our time in River City Girls 2, and I'm just really wanting River City Girls 3 to already have been made. Or just another River City game that's as good as River City Girls. Like, we can do some stuff with Kunio, maybe. We need to see if Zach wants to play the Kunio games or not, I don't know. We might play River City Girls 0. But we'll talk about all that when he's back from his Valentine's vacation with his girlfriend. Yeah, he's supposed to be back Sunday. I figured he was actually going to be there a whole, like, week over there with her. It was a sad time being a lonely man in life. You got nobody on Valentine's Day. You're sad, you're lonely. But that's life when you don't really go on out places and stuff like that. So, I mean, it's kind of my own fault. I'm gonna be honest, I kind of wish we weren't getting support from Jeht and whoever the fuck this guy was again, Azarig, because it's actually taking longer because they keep throwing the enemies out of the way. This Weenut thing, I don't know about it. It's something weird. Alright, my bit is over now, the battle's done. He said don't talk during combat, so I talked.
Next, you can keep going to the depths of the canyon. The tunnel leading to the foundation of the internal oasis should be right there.
Lamine, be aware of sandstorms. In canyons like these, the wind-flung grains sting worse than those flung by the winds on the open sands. Be at ease, I shall protect my master. Let us progress.
Well, I'm gonna split now. You guys stay safe and alert.
Thanks, you too. Azarag, you're the one who should be staying safe. Walking through the desert alone and all. Don't get eaten by a Weenut. I can't take any situation serious when the game has those things called Weenuts. Or they're probably Woonuts. It doesn't matter, you got nut in there. I'm just not reading the bottom text at this point. So look at how fast it... This is a tenant camp. It even has the tribe markings. Matriarch Babel must have sent someone here already. Oh, what's this? Someone appears to be less attuned to the traditions they so claim to be practiced than they'd like. Is there something wrong with the campsite? What's wrong with this campsite? Paimon's not seeing anything. She dispatched people to comb this area before our arrival. However, I perceive that they never made it out. Perhaps it's because of such that this place was marked as forbidden. which means that this area is forbidden for matters of particularly impracticality and not terror's rot of superstition. As for why she sent people here with Gregory prior, it could not just be to sate the desire of young Jeht here. More camps lie ahead, I would warrant. Well, ask Matriarch Babel about this once we get back. For now, we keep moving. I love how you give me the desert quest that I don't like being in the desert, and then you have to give me a quote-unquote ally that is just such an asshole to a character that has been suffering ever since she lost her father. So thanks, game. I like dealing with assholes. Why do you think I haven't done the main story? What is this? I don't really want to act without thinking these things through. I have a feeling that if we want to continue, we'll need to activate this thing. But what if it's dangerous? This is a water pumping mechanism. It can be used to attune the... I gotta get this dialogue out of the way. As severely as you witnessed, this once was a lush garden, in a time when the flowing springs had yet to become a fleeting rarity among the sands. Enough talk. I think I may be able to spark function back in this mechanism. Allow me to try, my master. It sure sounds like this place is familiar to Lilpar. Lamine, let's just let her give it a go. Yeah, that's gonna be done next time when I actually continue this quest, but that will probably actually be after the Arataki Ito whatever event after the... I think it's the bug beetle thing. But honestly, I think the bug beetle thing will be more dialogue heavy than the sword thing. But I probably will... We'll see what happens. But that's it for this episode. Next episode will either be, you know, it's probably going to be an hour long so we can finish the entirety of Warrior Spirit. Hopefully it won't be too long.